G'day folks, and welcome to another playthrough of Assault on Gallipoli. This is a design by Kieran, Oakley and Russell Lowke, game art by Jose Fora, card art by Carlos Soares. This is a 2022 design. It should be coming out next month. Check out the description below for details on how you can access this. Okay, so we are set up once again for Scenario 1, the Anzac landing. And this time I'm not playing solo, I'm playing against my son, who is taking the role, there he is, he's taking the role of the Anzac forces, commanded by this gentleman here, General William Birdwood, known as Birdie to his troops. So what do you want to be, Will? Do you want to be Will? So William Birdwood, Birdie, the troops called him Birdie at the time. Birdie, he's on his head. So it's Birdie against me, wise guy. Okay, so we've set up. There are some subtle tweaks to the setup. Thanks to designers for sending those through. So this is a sort of a test copy for me to run through. You'll notice that Gallipoli has wire, level 2 trenches, plus those forces down here, machine gun, artillery, and what is this down here? Major Ismet. The Anzacs get 5 action cards to start with. The Turks get 4. I'll be playing the Turks. Birdie will be playing as the Anzacs. Birdie's learning the game, so he'll be asking questions along the way, and yeah, hopefully again by the end of this playthrough you'll have a sense of how this plays out, and you can check out the pre-order details below. Now, to start off with, the Birdie and the Anzacs have to get their waves of boats ashore. We can see here we've set up the boats. This is the 3 boats of the first wave. This is the 3 boats of the second wave, 3 boats of the third wave, and so on. They have 4 remnants in reserve. And I was just communicating earlier, before we started recording, that the remnants are very good to get into play, because when you take a remnant as a casualty, it goes back into the remnant pool, and they can come out again, take them as a casualty. So if you can have like your remnants out in play and taking those losses, you're not really taking losses from your battalions, you're taking it from this reusable pool of remnant forces. The Ottomans have a lot of their remnants in play at the start, so they have a bit of an advantage there. They can take these losses and they can come back into play. And you'll note the objectives all over the board. There are 11 of these little cubes. At the end of any turn, if the Anzacs control 6 of these, they automatically win. If they control Maltepe, they automatically win. If the Ottoman forces control Anzac Cove, they automatically win. Otherwise, the game ends at the end of turn 5. Alright, let's get into it. Let's get started. Have you had a look at your hand? You know what you've got there? I haven't looked at mine, to be honest. You haven't? Okay, so have a good look at the cards and what they can do. Green cards can be played at any time out of your turn. Orange or brownie coloured cards can play during your turn, and red cards are played as a substitute for your action. So there's 5 turns in the game. The turns are made up of back and forth actions. It's currently the Anzac player's action. And yeah, they need to get those boats onto the shore. To get the boats onto the shore, they roll a d10. You can see we've got all these dice down here, and a 1 to 3. I'm trying to remember. 1 to 3 indicates that the boats head too far south and they land in Brighton Beach. A 4 to 7 means they land at Cove, and an 8 to 10 means they land on North Beach. Oh, it's printed on the map there, so you can see that. All right, so Birdie, William Birdwood, what boat do you want to activate first? You've got the 3 boats of the first wave at the start. I'll point out that this is the biggest boat. It's got 2 battalions. This has a battalion and a machine gun, and this has the 1 battalion up in the north. So you want to activate that first boat. All right, so pick up a dice and roll to see where it goes. And this first, it lands to the north. So this is the one you picked, right? They land on North Beach. Now you'll note that they have the battalions here. We're looking at here? The 9th and the 11th from Queensland and WA. Western Australia. And they have a movement of 4. It costs 1 to land on the beach. So you've got 3 movement points left. You can keep moving. If you want to move, you can move around the coast if you want. You can go, for example, 3, 2, 1 and end there. Or you can go 3, 2, 1 and end in Fisherman's Hut up there and attack me. You can also engage in, you can do what's called advancing fire. So you can stop somewhere and then shoot at me.
I think I'm going to go to Fisherman's Cove.
Fisherman's Hut up here?
Yeah.
So you've gone 3, 2, 1. You're entering that space. Now, it might, just to let you know, if you end in the same space as me, I get what's called an opportunity fire. If you stop short of my area, you get to do your advancing fire without me shooting back at you.
Advancing fire.
I'm going to do the advancing fire first. So you'll flip your units over there. They've stopped short, but they still have Colonel McLaughlin with them. He gives a +1 dice roll modifier to their firing. So basically you've got 2 firepower points, which means you roll 2 dice. Normally to hit, you need a 4 or less. So you're looking for 4 or less, but that's modified by various things. Here are the fire combat modifiers here. If you're at long range, in this case the range is 2, so you're not at long range, it would be -1. If you're attacking uphill, -1. If you're attacking into woods, it's -1. If you're attacking into a trench, which you are, a shallow trench, it's -1. So now you're looking at 3 or more to hit, but you're with a leader, and you'll activate that leader, and he will give you +1, so you're back up to 4 or less. There's only 1 remnant there, you've got 2 dice. If you roll a 4 or less on one of those dice, you kill that remnant. Give it a go. Yep, that's a hit. So I lose my remnant. The Ottoman forces along the beach at Fisherman's Hut have been eliminated, so you've cleared them out. But I get my remnant back. So this is where it's good, because they can come back into play to replace a loss elsewhere amongst the Ottoman regiments. Alright, so that's your go done. First boat is ashore. You've moved into what's called Happy Valley, around to the north here. And it's the Ottoman turn. What am I going to do here now? So you'll note I've got remnants. I've got this artillery here. Artillery is pretty valuable and they're very close to the front. I don't like the idea of leaving them out here alone, so I'm going to pull them back. I'm going to go 1, 2, and I've got to stop there because it'd be 3, 4 to move back up the hill. So they've moved kind of 1, 2, yeah, they've got to stop there unfortunately. So I've tried to pull them out of the way. May not be the best move. And that's my go done. That's all I get to do. So it's back to Birdie's go. You've got 1 boat ashore, and they're done now. They've flipped over, they've done their action, they can't do anything else until turn 2. Or, unless you get a card, there are some cards that let you reactivate units. You can also, I'll point out a rule that I didn't talk about before, you can use your commanders, divisional commanders and commanders-in-chief to activate units in a space that they're in. But that'll happen later on. Alright, so you want to activate another boat? Or you can also, something else to point out, you've got these ships in 3 sea zones. They can also shoot, and they get a lot of dice, 5 dice each. And yeah, you can use them first before you get any guys on shore if you want.
I think I'll use these.
Alright.
Try to shoot.
You can do them one at a time, or you can do them together. So what you do on your turn is you pick a space, and you pick any number of units in that space. So you can pick 1, or you can pick 2 in this case.
Both of them, I think.
You want to fire both at the same time? So that's 2 rolls of 5. Now, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a range, firepower of 5, range of 5. It's not at long range, so they've only got a range of 2. They are in a trench, a shallow trench, so they'll be -1. So you need 4 to hit. Now you're down to 3 to hit. They are uphill, technically, I guess. I've forgotten this. I think I was going to say about this last time I played. So they're uphill. Yeah, so I guess it's -2 now. So you're looking at 2 or less on 10 dice. Alright, so you just need 1 hit to kill that remnant. See if you can do it. A 1 or a 2 will kill it. You get 10 dice to give it a go. That's a 2 and that's a 1. That's all you need. You just need one of those. So that's another dead remnant. Okay. These ships have fired and they are done. So we flip them over to show that they're done. That's your turn over. Another thing I'll point out. Anytime you roll a 10 whilst firing, we reduce the killing time marker. So you were firing with 10 ships, 10 firepower. So you roll 5 more dice and we'll see if you roll a 10. If you see 10 of you and I miss it, let me know. We've already killed the remnant off, but there's a 10, so we reduce the killing time marker. And when this reaches the skull, the turn instantly ends. Well, it ends at the end of your action, okay? So that's an uncertainty kind of marker. We don't know exactly when the turn will end. All right, so I've pulled my artillery away. Another thing you can do is dig trenches. So you'll notice I've got a deep trench there. This is an important place. I've got a shallow trench there. Now I've got all these forces up here on the hill. What I think I'd like to do is improve this shallow trench to a deep trench. All I do is I say these guys are digging trenches, I flip the trench or improve the trench, and they are now done. That's the end of my turn. Back over to Birdie. I'm playing pretty cautiously at the start, not doing too much. Waiting to see where these Anzac forces are going to go.
I think I like to move these ships.
Just one. Oh, the ships? Yep.
Yeah.
So you've got one activate all of them, or just one or two?
I think just 2.
Two. Now keep in mind this ship here, what it does, it either gives you a +1 modifier to your die roll, or +1 range if you want to shoot really far.
I think these 2 then.
So you're going to have the 6 at a range of 5, and who do you want to shoot at?
I'm thinking.
That's a trench there, there's nobody there.
Oh.
That's just a trench you can move into.
Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty easy. So you've got 6 firepower on that ship. You're in range, so you can get the +1 to hit. So you're going to need, you start with 4 to hit. Now you need 5 or less to hit, but they are in a shallow trench, so back down to 4. And because they're on high ground, you're back down to 3. So 3 or less to hit on 6 dice. Yep, you got the 3 or less to hit. There's no 10s there. That's another dead Ottoman remnant. And they are done. Okay, so what you did there was you picked the space, you picked as many units as you want to perform the same action. Okay, they all have to perform the same action. All right, back over the Ottoman forces, and we're going to start bringing up our forces on Maltepe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the forced march card. So each turn you get a number of action cards. The Anzacs have the initiative here, so they get 5, Ottomans get 4. This adds an extra 2 movement factors to one of my units or groups. I'm moving this as a group. Stacking, by the way, is 6 units in a hex. So I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at my stacking limit here. I can't combine these forces together. All right. 2 extra movement points to this whole group, and because they're moving with General Assad, my commander-in-chief, they can get an extra 2 movement points. You notice I've got 2 leaders here, Major Zeki and Colonel Assad. I can only use 1 leader at a time. My artillery has a movement of 3. These guys have 4, so I could drop my artillery off once I reach 5. The other guys can move up to 6. And where do I want to go? You notice some little roads here. If I follow the path of the road, I don't have to pay extra movement costs. Where do I want to go? I think I might want to move down here across into the open. Oh, I can follow maybe this road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe down to the south here. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the artillery off. 6. So normally rivers will cost +1 movement point to cross. Because I was following the road, I ignore that. I drop the artillery off at 5 and end at 6. Okay, now I could do some advancing fire, but there's nobody around. So these guys are done, and that's the end. I've made a mess of that. I've made a big mess of that. That's the end of my action. Well, they're all done. All right, back over to Birdie. What does Birdie want to do now?
I think I'm going to activate these guys, trying to get them.
The remnant?
Yeah.
Just the remnant? Just that one little unit?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you want to bring on another boat?
Yeah. I think.
Or you want to activate the big ships? Right, this is the Prince of Wales, and I can't read that other one, it's too far away. And where do you want to shoot them, both together or just one at a time?
Both together. Can they shoot there?
Yeah, so what you got here, this is a battalion, this is the 227th, and they're in a deep trench on Russell's Top. You'll get 9 dice. 9 dice, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get, you need to re-roll 1, and 6, 7, 8, yep. And let's calculate what you need to hit. Start off with 4 or less. They are in a deep trench, so you get down to 2 or less, and they're on high ground, so 1 or less. You're not at long range, so you'll be fine there, I think. 5 and 5, yeah. So you need a 1 on 9 dice. Think you can do it?
Yeah.
Do you have any cards you can play? I don't know if there are any cards that help modify your fire. There's no 1s there. All right, you get 1 more dice. No hits. Okay, so my battalion survives in their deep trench. Okay, what else can we do here? So it's back over to me now. And I'm going to bring in these guys from way out here in the rear. I'd like to get them closer to the front. Yeah, so we're going to go maybe up north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so looking at the infantry with a +2 movement, following the road, so we ignore the river, we ignore the cost to go. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll stop there in Upper Valley. And that's the end of my action. Back over to Birdie.
I think I'll fire with these.
They've already gone, so they've flipped over, which means they've had their action. They can't do anything else this turn. Your boat's here. You've got 1 boat left there, or you've got all these guys waiting to get ashore.
Advancing fire.
All right, so
well,
hold on. First of all, they have to roll to get ashore. So roll to see where they land. All right, an 8 means they again land in North Beach. That's 1. Where do they want to go now?
To
Walker's Ridge. 1, 2, 3, because they're going uphill. Okay. Now you've got 2 options here. You can charge in, and that's where I get to retaliate, and there'll be close combat. We'll go through the close combat deck, or you can stop there and do advancing fire from where you are.
I think advancing fire.
Advancing fire? I'm trying to see. It looks like it's the same. Oh no, it's the elevation up. So you'll have a -1 penalty. Oh, it'll be a tough again. So what happens here is you've got to flip them over. You get a +1 modifier. So you've got 2 dice. All right, 4 or more to hit. 5 for your leader. But they're in a trench. So -2. They're on high ground. So 2 or less on 2 dice. This is going to be a tough one. Oh, but we got a 10. So no hits. And we reduce the killing time marker. Okay. What else do we want to do? What else we got? We got level 2 trench there. Level 2 trench there. I might bring down some of my forces from up here on hill 971. Yeah. Might go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll stop there. Okay, so I'm trying to occupy that position on Baby 700. It's a good place to entrench because flanks are protected and it's an elevation rise from the neck. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Over to you.
I think I'm going to attack with the neck. Oh, never mind. I think these machine guns.
Get them on the shore. So roll the dice, see where they land. It's a 7. So they land right on Anzac Cove. So they're right here. That's 1. Where would I like to go to next?
Maybe down here.
You want to bring them down to Garbatepe.
Yeah.
This is a big fort with wire, deep trench, a machine gun, an artillery, and a major. You want to do that?
On second thought, try to get the vote.
Can I get up here?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and they stop there. Okay, so they're done. So they land on McKay's Hill. All good? Right, what next? I might send this regiment just to entrench in this area. So they're improving the third ridge to a deep trench. And that's all I'm doing with those guys. So I picked one space, one unit, and the action was trench, and they improved my trench. Back over to you.
I think I'm gonna use...
Gonna get another boat on. This is the second wave now, 1, 2, or 3. This has 2 battalions. The top one has a machine gun with a battalion. The middle one. Alright, roll your die. So this is General Bridges, who commanded.
6.
So you got a 6, so right in the middle again. 1. Where would you like to send that group? Keep in mind you can drop guys off along the way if you want. So this group here, they've gone 1. Where next?
So 1. I think I'm gonna try to move him to Monash Valley.
Yep, so you can go 1, 2, 3, and
Can you move?
you've got a commander, so let me see there. You've got a +1 movement with, +2 movement with him. So you've gone 1, 2, 3, you could go 4, 5.
Yes.
And then if you want, you can have to Lone Pine for 6.
Yes, 6.
Alright, so they've got 4 + 2. They move into Lone Pine. They occupy that trench. They're in a shallow trench. They capture it. And that turns into a white.
Do I take it?
Yep, take it off and replace it with a white one, so that shows it's yours. So the Anzacs now have 2 objectives. Yep, you've got 1, 2 now. Alrighty. Back over to the Ottoman side. Now I've got these guys, and I've got my artillery. So I'm going to have a shot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So I have a shot with our artillery. It's at maximum range. So I get a firepower of 4. See the 4 in the top left. It's at maximum range, so it's -1 down to 3, but it's in the same elevation, and you're in a shallow trench, so it's down to 2. So I get 4 dice to try to get 2. Oops, I missed. There's 1 hit, okay? So I've caused 1 hit on your units. So you've got a couple of choices here. You can kill your commander. I wouldn't do that, he's very important. Or you convert one of these into a remnant. So this is a strength of 2, this is a strength of 3. This will convert into 2 remnants, this will convert into 1, because it's a weaker unit.
1.
1. So here's your first casualty, and a remnant appears in that area. Okay? So I scored a hit with my artillery. Got lucky there. And that's the end of my turn. Back over to you. Now you're up to the second wave. You've got 1 boat from the second wave ashore.
Aren't they,
They're remnants.
yeah, aren't they,
Exhausted?
yeah.
I think so. I don't know. I think so.
So...
Good question.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I think I have to use these people. So, I think I'm going to use them.
Yep.
Use them.
The remnants. You want to get some more guys on? You want to bring another boat on?
Just listen. 1.
Actually, I think the remnant is full strength.
Oh.
I think.
Wait, are they full?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
It's always placing its exhausted side. There we go. 7.6. Okay, so you're going to bring a boat on? One of these?
Yeah. On second thought, I'm just gonna put that back. And I think I will bring a boat in.
Okay.
The HMS Queen.
Oh, you're going to shoot with the boat?
Yeah.
So he's got a firepower of 5. So 5 dice. And who are you shooting at?
Oh, I can't shoot anyone.
You can reach 1, 2, 3. You can reach these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 dice. Now keep in mind this is a hard one to hit because they're in a deep trench and they're uphill. So it's 5 dice needing a 1. Give it a go.
I remember I had like 9 dice.
Yeah, 5 dice needing a 1. No, but you got 10. Okay. Do you want to turn that light on? It's a bit dark. There we go. You can see a bit better. Okay. So you've fired with your ship. What else can I do? Machine gun here, range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, give that a go. So he gets 3 dice. He's got a range of 3, so he's got maximum range. So from 4 he goes down to 3. You're in a trench. 2. You're uphill. 1. So I need a 1 to hit. Nope. So he's done. Back over to you. You try to get some more of your guys ashore?
Yes.
Which ones? Those guys
think
with machine gun?
machine gun.
Alright, so roll to see where they go. A 1, so they land down on Brighton Beach. That's 1 movement point. They've got 3 more to go. Where do I move them? 1.
1, 2 to go up there.
That's 2, 3. Yeah, because it's uphill.
Yeah.
Yep, 1 more space. You can't go uphill again. You're at 1 point. You can move into Bolton's Hill or up into Monash Valley.
Where's Monash?
Monash Valley's up
Oh.
here.
I think I'll stay in the hills.
Yeah, put them in the trenches down there. Okay. The only problem there is they can now be hit with my artillery machine gun. So I'm going to shoot with both of these guys. They get 8. And I'll use my commander. 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. They are uphill, so -1, so they're going to 3. You're in a trench, you're going to 2, but I'll use my commander. So it goes back up to 3. So I've got 8 dice needing a 3. Ooh, this could be bad for you. 1, 2, 3 hits. Okay, so you've got 3 hits to resolve on these guys. Oh, that's not good. And they've only got 3 hits, so guess what? They're eliminated, unfortunately. Yeah. And they are exhausted. Okay. Back over to you. So most of my guys are exhausted now, and the killing time marker is still there. So if you can rush some guys on, you can probably get a lot of movement done.
So, let's see if I can get him. Yeah. So I'm going to start with him. Okay, so 1 dice.
So yeah, roll the dice and see where they land.
A
1. So, and then on Brighton Beach, that's 1. Where to next?
Oh, not them.
Oh, which ones are you moving, sorry?
Wait, can I move them?
No, you gotta move that next wave first.
Okay, I'll move
So
them.
1.
Where can I move them?
Move 1, 2, 3 and stop there, or you can move up to Bolton's Hill.
I think I'll go to the Valley of Despair.
Oh, okay. And they're done. Actually, they can move 6 because they've got Colonel McKay with them.
Oh,
So you could go 5, 6 and cross into Poppy Valley if you want.
5.
You could go into Garda Tepe. Is that where you're going? Where are you
Yeah.
going there? Oh, you're
Garda
attacking.
Tepe.
You're attacking the fort.
Yeah, and then I get this.
No, you got to capture it first. We have close
Oh
combat.
crap.
And actually, you can't move in there because I've got wire.
Oh.
So the rule with wire is you can only enter a space with wire if you start adjacent to it. So you can't move in there, but you could move into Poppy Valley if you want.
Poppy Valley.
Poppy Valley?
And then I'll start attacking them.
Now you can do an advancing fire. So 1 plus 1. Can you use leaders if they've been flipped? I can't recall. Sometimes you can. Leaders must be activated. Okay, flew. it can still be added to fresh units. Okay, so they're not fresh, so they're exhausted. So you get 1 dice basically, and you're gonna need
But a 1.
1 dice. Roll and see how you go. I think it's 4 minus 2 for the trenches. That might be it. Just 2. 1 dice and you get 2. No, you missed. I have used almost all my guys. I've got my cavalry left up here, and I've got these 2 here, which I'm happy to keep there. That's entrenched. In fact, yeah, I'll move my cavalry. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over to here, to the sand pit. And that's me done. Over to you. Don't forget all your cards you got here, because if you don't, you get new cards each turn. So if there's anything good you can use.
I think I'll use Force March.
Force March. So you gonna bring a boat on?
Yes, I'm gonna bring this one.
The one with the artillery. So you got battalion and the Indian artillery.
So
you
how
can
many
use
can I move?
6 if you use that Force March card.
1.
So you roll to get on first. Roll to see where they land. What's that? 9. So they land up north. 1. You've got 5 more movement points. Keep in mind, I'm mostly exhausted, so you could kind of, you can wrap around north there. You can make your way up Rhododendron Ridge.
I think I have a plan.
All right, let's see what you do. 1,
1, 2, 3.
Yep. You can't cross the red lines
Why?
because they're cliffs. You can come down here and then back up if you want.
I think.
Oh, where are you going? Hold
I
on.
think I can go
Where's,
down there into Johnston.
where are these guys, aren't they? So you're landing there. Okay.
Then
1,
3, 4,
3, 4,
5,
5.
and that's it for now.
You gonna stop there? Right, and you're exhausted. And they can shoot actually. I don't think your artillery can shoot, but your these guys can shoot. 1 dice.
Or what? So I start there.
You landed the north beach.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. No, they can't make it. 4. You go 4, 5, 6 if you want.
Yeah.
In fact, your Indian artillery can make that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Happy with that?
Yep.
They can also still fire. Force March doesn't stop you shooting. Yeah, so you can get 1 shot off at the remnant if you want.
Yeah.
It's 1 minus 1, so you'll hit on a 3 or less.
With just 1?
Yep. Oh, it's a 10. You probably don't want to see that. You want a long turn so you get all you guys on the beach. Alright, well I've got some artillery up here. So I'll shoot that. That's range of 4. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice at maximum range. I need a 3 or less. Nothing. So they miss. And back over to you.
So I think I'm going to get
Yep.
these guys.
Roll to see where they go. 7, so they land right underneath that cove. So it's 1 to go there. Where are you going to go to next?
How many spaces can you
You
move?
can go, well, they've got Colonel Birdwood with them. He's your commander-in-chief. He's your big boss. He commanded the Anzac Corps. So you've got 4, 5, 6 if you use him.
Yeah.
So
I'll get there.
1,
There.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you want that? Or you can charge into there if you want.
Yeah, I think I'll go there. No, back there.
There, Y Gully.
Yeah.
And they can do an advancing fire. They've got a flip over first. They've got 3 dice. They can shoot the artillery or the remnant in the trench.
I feel like the artillery
Yeah, good
is
idea.
stronger.
So 3 dice. And 3 dice. You'll hit it 4 or less. There's no modifiers here. Artillery caught out in the open, trying to retreat. That's a 3. Yep.
Yay!
So dead Ottoman artillery. Replaced with a remnant. Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Back over to me, and I've pretty much used all my units, and I don't have many good cards that I can really spend. So I'll pass. Now, when you pass, you roll the dice. On a 7, 8, or 9, or 10, we reduce the killing time mark.
Ooh.
So you be careful because the turn could end any moment now.
Question?
Yep.
So if I don't get all my people...
They have to wait there and come on the next turn. If I were you, I'd try and get them all on if you could.
Okay, so I go right?
Yep.
So
This is the big unit in the middle. It's got 2 battalions and a commander.
first things first.
Yeah. Or you're playing this for your turn. You may take any one action card from the discard pile, or move the killing time marker back by 2.
Back by 2, please.
Ah, good move. This gives you more time. All right. I pass again. That's an 8, so that brings it down. Lucky.
How? Wait. How?
On a 7, 8, 9, or 10, I think it is. Or is it 8, 9, or 10? So when you pass, you roll the killing time marker, and on an 8, 9, or 10, we reduce it by 1. So you've got 3 boats to get ashore. Oh, sorry, this is one first. This is the next one you have to get ashore. Using wave 3. So you want to roll the die for that guy?
Yeah, sure.
Off you go. See where he lands. 3, he's going to land down in Brighton Beach. That's 1. He's also got Major Morshead with him. So it'll be 4, 5, 6 spaces. Where do you want to move those guys? That's 1 there. 2, 3. 4, 5. 6. You're going to move them into there?
Yeah.
Okay. And flip them over because they're done. Oh, and they get a shot as well. So there's just that battalion will get to shoot against fire. And they have 2 dice.
I'm going to shoot there at the regiment or something.
The remnant?
Yeah.
So you get 2 dice needing 4 or less.
4 or less.
No.
Damn.
My go. I pass. I roll. I don't advance killing time. So now you can start to bring on your 4th and final wave. Which one do you want to do in first?
Great
Alright.
Caribbean.
An 8 means they land up north. That's 1. And they've got 4 movement points. 3 left. Where do you want to move to? 1,
2, 3.
2, 3, and stop there?
Yep.
And they can shoot. They can still shoot. Can they shoot across the cliffs?
I don't think they can shoot across the cliffs.
Moving into rain. You can shoot over red lines. Yes, you can. Okay, so you've got 2 dice. The machine guns can't fire. 2 dice. They're entrenched, so you need a 1. Yep. Unless you got any cards, can you add any cards to?
I don't think I.
All right.
Wait, does.
No. That's In fact, you could have used that earlier. So this is a courage under fire. You ignore 1 damage point, which would have brought a remnant in to that trench when they were wiped out. Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I'll just have to roll the 1.
Okay. Ooh,
Damn.
very close.
203.
Alright, so I pass again. Don't advance killing time. Off you go. You've got 2 more boats left.
First things first.
Alright. Roll the dice to bring them on. 4, so they land
down south.
in that cove right in the middle.
Oh.
There you go. So where it's 1, and they've got a +3 movement because they're with Colonel Malone, technically Colonel Malone alone. So 7 movement points.
Oh wow.
They can move really far.
So where are they? Just here?
Now, these are New Zealanders, yeah. So historically, I think New Zealand is kind of shifted to the north.
So.
But you don't do that.
1.
1, 2. So 1, 2, 3 to go pluggies. 4. 5, 6. 7. You want to mix them all together?
Oh, but I can't because it's 6.
Stacking. Yeah, you get 2 units there. Sorry.
Then I'll go here.
That's fine. You can do that. Yep. And they're done. And they can shoot if you want. They can shoot the remnant. You get 2 dice.
I'll shoot the remnant.
Or you can also shoot these guys in the trench.
Is this guy tired?
Yeah, you should be tired. Sorry.
So yeah, I'll shoot at the remnant.
So 2 dice. Range of 2, so -1, so it's 3 or less.
3 or less.
That's a hit. Remnant's gone.
Finally.
And I pass again. At 10, killing time comes down. And you've got 1 boat left. And you try and get to shore.
Yeah.
5. So he's right in the middle, but you've got +2 movement, so you've got 6 movement total.
1, 2.
It's 1 to land, and 2, and 3, 4, 5. You want to stop there?
Yeah.
Alright, flip them over, land them there. I pass again. Killing time does not advance. Now you put your remnant on Anzac Cove. Now, it might be good just to leave them there to guard the cove. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Alright, so that is the end of the turn. So we've done our actions. Resolve close combats. There are no close combats. You didn't charge me anywhere. So no close combat in the first turn. Nobody's achieved victory. We move the turn marker for the next turn. Some reinforcements will be arriving, but we'll stop there and have a rest and return to this later. Thanks everyone for watching, and take care.